Hi, just a quick reading from the African Gods Oracle. With this deck, I think I've used it before. I know I've used it before. This deck has like 2 different decks. The first one are the moon phases, and those are 4 cards. And then there are 16 Odu cards. And so we'll pull from both. Two came out. They look very similar. So we shuffle that one, and then it's hard to shuffle 4 cards, but we're gonna do our best. And I'm being led to say pull from the bottom. Okay, so we have 2 Odus and a moon phase. I'm gonna just put it on the table. I act like I don't have a whole table to put this on. Okay. So the first one is the waning moon. It's time to banish all evil. And that sets the tone for the rest of the reading. The first card I pulled was Eji Oko, and it says those who deny reality will always live a distrustful life. So that seems like a negative aspect. We're going to read it. We read from the manual. Yep, negative aspect. Those who deny reality will always live a distrustful life. Regent Orishas are Ogun and Baba Luaye. Keywords are temperamental, disobeys rules, stubborn and insistent, uncompromising, difficulty finishing what you start, and naive. You'd like life to be a party, wouldn't you? So much excitement and willingness to face the unknown, however, needs to be balanced with a little rationality and maturity. 2 qualities you have to work hard to acquire. Dreaming is good, but anxiety and naivety are your enemies right now. The real world is full of dangers that you won't be able to defeat, even wearing your fantasy character armor. Willing to take the risk to discover and explore, you tend to deny reality and may end up getting involved in regrettable situations, only realizing your error when it's too late. Remember, while tasting the flavors of life can be delicious, you need to learn to identify which ones really serve you and are good for you. Accustomed to constant experimentation, you have a great difficulty in accepting the advice of those who have been where you are today, which ends up with you taking long, tortuous paths out of sheer stubbornness. The fact is that this often hurts you and poses difficulties that could have been avoided if you put your pride aside and listen to the words of those who, out of love for you, just want to prevent you from repeating mistakes that they have already made. Ijioko's shadow meditation is, even though life is good and happiness is my journey's destination, how often do I confuse joy with a lack of seriousness, taking people and situations for granted while refusing to assume responsibility for what I say and do, as a child that never takes no for an answer. The second one is number 31, Alafia, and it says no harm can hurt those who live in peace with themselves. Alright, so yeah, it's definitely piggybacking off of each other. I'm going to bookmark this. Yes, baby, what's it? My kitten is like, what doing? Alright, Alafia, positive aspect. No harm can hurt those who live in peace with themselves. Regent Orishas, Orunmila, and Ishu. Keywords, pacifist, curious and searching, volunteer, comprehensive, great humanitarian sense, nosy as hell, Have you ever asked yourself what you need to live in peace? Under the positive influence of Odu Alafia, it is time to reflect on your deepest desires and urges, seeking the sincere answer to this question. After all, only by understanding the motivation beneath each of your desires and goals will you be able to understand what's missing, so they can be achieved and finally celebrated. Peace is not always the absence of problems. On the contrary, it is through the challenges life imposes on us that we evolve and go beyond limits previously considered insurmountable. Peace also doesn't necessarily mean the abundance of financial resources. After all, what is the use of having it, and due to the hardships of fate, spending all your fortune on medical treatments or defending yourself against litigation, for example? At the end of the day, peace is being able to take a deep breath and feel complete. Having the inner certainty that you have done your best, and with that, done everything possible up to the present moment. The future, let it come. After all, you are prepared for it. Generosity towards and understanding of your fellow humans are your greatest qualities in this moment of life, and you will find yourself more empathetic than usual. This can be an excellent opportunity to evolve materially and spiritually, improving your interpersonal skills while using the network of contacts and affections you've been building to achieve your desires and goals through mutual collaboration. So yesterday we talked about collaboration, we're coming back to collaboration again. However, be careful not to flirt with the utopian feeling that everything and everyone seeks to do good impartially. By finding the balance between what's real and what's imaginary, reconciling your personal interests and desires with those of the people around you, whether they are dear to you or unknown, you will be able to accomplish great things for yourself and for all those around you, building a legacy that will surely last for generations. Alafia's empowering ritual. On a waxing moon Sunday, cook a bowl of white hominy, which is white corn, and reserve the cooking water. Let the hominy and cooking water cool. Put the hominy in a white pottery or ceramic bowl. Sew a white flag and write your wishes on it, then paint 16 indigo dots on the flag and place it on top of the hominy. Put your offering in the highest place possible and light a 7-day light blue candle in front of it, praising all Orishas to protect you and your dear ones, bringing peace and love, whatever life's challenges are, and giving you peace of mind and tranquility to make righteous decisions. To the hominy cooking water, add a gallon, 4 liters of clear water, and a pinch of indigo powder, and use it as a bath first thing in the morning without speaking to anyone beforehand. After the candle has burnt, leave the hominy in a river or a garden. So, that would be the ritual. Yeah, so we're needing to be collaborative. We're needing to be in balance with the energies of both, I guess, like, you're allowed to be a fantasist, but you're also allowed to not. It's like both. It's telling you to be in balance. So it's just about not being so high fantasy in your brain about everything going on in your life that you shove people out of your life completely, is what I'm hearing. Stop shoving people away. Stop shoving people away. So then we're gonna read the waning moon. There we go. And I'm going to read the whole thing since we had both a positive and a negative aspect. Alright, so this is the phase in which the moon decreases in brightness until disappearing and dying for a few days. It is a time of symbolic death and resurrection, making it the right time for the closure of everything that is no longer needed or desired, the banishment of negative energies, the release and ending of situations, and the reversal of unwanted situations. With that, it's time to reflect on what you want. After all, not everything we want is good for us. When a negative Odu card presents itself with the waning moon, it's time to retreat and admit that you can't have it all no matter how hard you try. Considered a negative phase of the mood, this card reinforces the negative aspect of the Odu and usually indicates that there's no escape from the Odu's unfortunate predictions. At the same time, because it's also considered a banishment moon phase, one can seek to cut off the Odu's negative influence with magical rituals. So for your first card, quit being a fucking... You're being very prideful. You're being very prideful, and your pride is isolating you. And you are pushing away people that love you because you don't want to hear shit. I see. It says here, on the other hand, if the waning moon shows up with a positive Odu, it's time to protect yourself from the outside world, avoiding envy by keeping your victories quiet for a while. So your good phase, you know, no harm can hurt those who live in peace with themselves. You don't have to put all your business out there, is what I'm hearing. Keep your shit to yourself. Okay. It can also mean that your achievements have reached their full potential for now, so it's time to calm down, count your blessings, and enjoy what you have instead of pursuing more and more, as it could make all that is already there go away. I'm gathering again Freddie Mercury, and I've talked about this. That guy who was just like fucking leeching off of him, that poor thing, and just like watching him wither away, watching him get sick, watching him dying, watching him get depressed, not giving a single solitary fuck about Freddie because he wanted what he wanted and had him isolated. I mean, like, Freddie ended up isolated because this person was just offering him the world, and he couldn't see through his own confusion and sadness that, like, he already had the world. He had it already. It's time to get rid of the dead weight, is what I'm hearing. It's time to get rid of that dead weight. You are so beautiful, so vibrant, so important, so caring, so loving, and you have a collaborative spirit resting within you. And don't let your pride come before that fall. Now, based on the Odu's prediction, like, you probably already fucking acted like a dick and isolated yourself and whatnot. I'm gonna tell you something. I normally don't share my personal business too much, but one of my methods is this tent. This tent is more than just a place for me to do readings for you guys. It is a safe space emotionally for me. It is where I come to de-escalate and vibe and sometimes even isolate so that I can kind of get my shit back together. It's caked in with so much positive energy and so much goodness that even when I'm feeling sad or scared, or even when I'm feeling like I want to push people away, by the time I come out of this tent, after just sitting with it and crying and reading and meditating and snoozing, I usually leave feeling so much stronger and ready to collaborate. And so 1333, as I say this, if you can think of anywhere to go today, I say let's go outside. If the weather sucks, time to make a pillow fort. I got this tent for like $35-40 on Shein or Temu or something like that, and it's literally just a tent. It's just a tiny tent. It fits a cot about twin size. You could get, like, you know, a mattress topper, some blankets, but also a pillow fort is perfectly acceptable. If that means you're just covering yourself in your blankets and just feeding yourself with natural noises and grounding things, but do not let that big, beautiful brain of yours tuck you away into nothingness, where it's all on you, it's all about you, and no one else in your life matters. I know better than to believe that you are lonely and alone. I think that we both know that there are so many people in your life that love you and care about you, and you can feel that. So don't forget it. go have a time. You get to freak the hell out. You get to sit with this. I'm guessing you may have made a mess. That's okay. It's not all doom and gloom. Take time for yourself, love on yourself, and start collaborating. As soon as you can, start collaborating. I love you, and that's it for me. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.